welcome to Celie's Kitchen Live this morning. Guys, this is a very exciting morning, and I'm so happy to be on this live this morning. So, you might be wondering, um, I saw a post, the big chop. Yes, towards the end of this live today. So you got to stay on this live to see the big chop, right? So today, guys, I'm not having any hot beverage because Twine made some rice coffee this morning and he gave me half of his. So I already had a hot beverage this morning. You know what? I should put my apron on it. No, I'm not putting aprons on this morning. I'm going without aprons. All right. So this morning, guys, oh, I didn't drain the water. I boiled a big pot of penne pasta. Oh, I still have some left in the pot. I boiled a big pot of penne pasta this morning, and I'm gonna be making my version of Rasta pasta. Yeah, I decided to make some sweet and sour meatballs and some Rasta pasta. But good morning, Yvette. Good morning, everyone popping up on Facebook. So we're going to talk about the big chop during my cooking, and then eventually I will show you what the big chop is. I can't wait. I can't wait. Why people tell me I'm brave and about. Hey, Miss Dunkley Picnic. Okay, guys, so I have some veggie meatballs over here, which I will be, Jamaican would say, you gonna brown it first. Yes, I'm gonna be browning it in all this oil right here. This is all avocado oil. I went ahead and poured it in the pot, and I kind of prepped some stuff over here. Of course, I will be adding I'll be adding a little pineapple to my Rasta pasta because I want to make it tropical. Yeah, I like pineapple. I like mangoes. So I like to add it to my food. So, Ultra Gamer, good morning to you. Thanks for joining the live on YouTube. And welcome to all my viewers on Facebook and YouTube. I'm not going TikTok this morning. One of my cameras just conked out just when I was about to hit live at 10:30. So I had to just scrap that and switch to another device for Facebook. Alrighty, so first I already boiled the pasta. It's draining right here in my caranda. It's draining. I did take this out to make some tea, but I changed my mind because I already had something hot. All right, so I'm just making this oil hot. And a few weeks ago, guys, I spoke about hair loss. I spoke about my alopecia hair loss, and last night I went to visit a friend who owns a restaurant, famous restaurant in Queens, and I like when their chef make a certain veggie soup for me. It is, I'm telling you, the taste is so captivating. When you taste that veggie soup, you don't miss meat. So last night it was raining. My stomach wasn't feeling well, and I felt for the veggie soup. So I called her up. She said, okay, she's gonna ask the chef how quick he could make it. Of course, he made it in a short time when he heard it's me. Good morning, Julianne. So while we were there, I went in and we were there chatting a little bit because we share recipe ideas sometimes. She's very versed on the baking and the icing and all of that. And she knew I went to school for it last year. So I would share my idea with her. And she said, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I have to try that. And, we share stuff. So we were talking about something that I gave her. And she didn't know it was to be refrigerated. And she let it sit out and it spoiled when she was ready to use it. So, we were talking about different things. Anyway, long story short, let me get to the point. The pot of hot around this, I'm going to feel it in my back. So she took out a jar with this thing in the jar. So I know she makes natural juices and stuff because they have a juice bar and everything. So I thought it was juice. I said to her in patois, what that? So she said, smell it. So I smell it. It had a herby kind of smell, so I thought it was some healthy juice. And she started to tell me what some of the ingredients are and what she used it for. You know, she used it in her hair. She even took off her hat and her wig to show me how, you know, it thickens her hair, and she introduced it to a lot of people and blah, 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 blah. Long story short, she filled this bottle to take it home, and she ended up giving me the bottle. And this has a lot of herbs in it, guys. It smells good. Because you know, sometimes when you mix up some certain herbs, it's freezing on your end because I'm traveling. Okay, so switch from Facebook has been giving problems since last week, you know. I don't know. I just tried to pull it up on another device and I had to switch. Switch to YouTube if anything, Steffi. All right, so she gave it to me and she said, listen, if this works for you, you have a story to tell. So I want you guys to journey with me with this thing here. It's a mixture of tea tree oil. I can't. We agreed not to tell all the ingredients until I see it start working for me. Jasmine, lavender oil, tea tree oil. Um, Two of the main ingredients she asked me not to mention, so I won't mention it. And that's all I could remember from the list, because she texted me the list of what's in here. But eventually I'll tell you what's in here when it starts working for me. And I said to her, and I'm making it known and I'm speaking it into existence before it happens. I said to her, if this works, we are in business. Yes, we're going to be in partnership. So we decided to name the business Carfina. So it's a part of her name and a part of my name. And we're going to be selling these oils if it works. So let's see. And you guys got to journey with me. So towards the end of the live, I will show you what the big chop looks like. Okay, guys? So stay tuned. Let me cook the pasta and make on a suwagwan. All right. So the oil is very hot. I can feel it in my back. I have some vegan meatballs. They are already made up. So, and they're already cooked. So I'm just browning it to get like a color. So I'm just going to add a little bit of seasoning, not much, because you know you want it to taste good. So I'm adding a little adobo and a little paprika, because we want a little color. We're not using a browning today. All right, so just to taste, and I'm going to shake it around in the bowl, and then I'm going to drop it in the oil. All right, so I'm going to drop them in the oil. Ooh, this is popping. I want it to pop on me. Woo! All right, so let me wash my hands. All right, so my pasta is already drained. And guys, I boiled some Barilla brand penne pasta. Now guys, when you're making pasta, you don't want the pasta to be overcooked. So you cook it for like 10-15 minutes. Make sure it's nice and firm so it still looks like the penne. It doesn't look flat, it doesn't look overcooked, because you want a nice presentation of the Rasta pasta. Alrighty, so Rasta pasta. I learned something just this morning. Did not know that. I learned something about the Rasta pasta this morning. And guys, let me just grab a platter real quick. I forgot to grab a platter. I'm just grabbing some platters real quick, guys. Alrighty. So I learned something about the Rasta pasta, guys. So one of the reasons why it's called Rasta pasta, it's because of the color of the peppers. Because of the color of the peppers, which they use as a part of the ingredient. Now you know the Rasta colors is red, green, and gold. And even though it's a Jamaican dish, which our flag is black, gold, and green, the Rasta colors are these colors. Now, I have Rastafarians in my family, both sides, my mother's side, my father's side. So I grew up around these people. I learned how to eat ital food, food without salt, making it natural with coconut milk and other herbs and spices. So, of course, the Rasta pasta is going to have herbs and spices. And I am going to be cutting up these peppers. I purposely didn't cut them because I wanted to talk about how Rasta pasta came about. The peppers, the color of the peppers. And you can Google it if you doubt me. You could Google it if you doubt me. Not using gloves this morning, guys. I just washed my hands. All right, so I cut these peppers in julienne style, but a slim julienne style version, because we want our pasta to be colorful. We want our pasta to be colorful, so you know we gotta cut them so they look attractive. So I'm cutting the red ones now. All right, so over here I have about 6 cloves of garlic. And guys, you remember a few weeks ago the garlic grinder embarrassed me on live. Of course, Twine came home and showed me how you open it. You have to press on it like you're opening a medication bottle, like a pill bottle. You have to press down and turn. I didn't know that. I was there turning, and it wasn't opening. Alrighty, so I'm gonna use my garlic press this morning. I hope it doesn't embarrass me like the last time, because we want our garlic to be finely chopped. We want our garlic to be finely chopped. Alrighty, so my meatballs, they're nice and brown. So I'm just going to take them out and I'm going to rest them in this wooden bowl right here. Alright, those 3 need a little more color. Alright, so I'm going to press the rest of garlic. Because you know, I like kitchen gadgets, guys. I love kitchen gadgets. Alright, so my garlic pieces are ready to go. Alright. Let me look a great thing there. Alrighty, so I have like a 1/4 of Vidalia onion because I wanted the little Swedish taste from the onions. So I'm just shredding this. You know, another kitchen gadget. I don't want too much onions because I have a lot of chopped scallions over here. Don't want to waste anything. All right, I'll just rest that there. All right, so the 2 little meatballs were left for burn out. So let me take it out. Alrighty, so I'm going to make a sweet and sour sauce for the meatballs. I'm going to be making a sweet and sour sauce for the meatballs, but in a little while. Alrighty, so let's make our Rasta pasta. Alright, so we're going to make our sauce in the pan, add all our ingredients, then we're going to add the pasta. And one of the main ingredients in the Rasta pasta, of course, is the jerk seasoning. That is what gives it the flavor. It gives it the flavor. And of course, the array of spices that we're going to be adding. to the dish. So it's Rasta pasta with a twist. The twist to the dish is the pineapple that I will be adding to the dish. The pineapple that I will be adding to the dish. All right. So let's make our pasta. So I already put my pot on. I'm gonna add some heavy cream. Adding some heavy cream. Then I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese. I wish I had the one that you grate. So I'm using the whole bottle because it was a little bit down to here. So the whole bottle is finished. Then I'm gonna add some buttermilk. And then I'm gonna stir. Because we want to dissolve the Parmesan cheese in this pasta right here. So you stir until it starts thickening. And then we're gonna add some paprika, just a little bit. I have a salt-free seasoning because my Mrs. Dash seasoning is finished. It's just as good as Mrs. Dash. I'm adding some of that as well. I'm adding some roasted garlic. And of course, we're adding some white cooking wine. Not too much. A little bit of avocado oil. And then we're going to stir again. And then now, I'm not going to add my peppers yet. I'm going to add the green onions and the sweet onions because we want that to cook down in the sauce. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to add the pepper after I add the pasta. Because we don't want to overcook the peppers. We want them to be nice and crunchy. Let me taste my sauce so far. Yeah, it tastes good. I think it could take a little bit more adobo. And of course, guys, I'm going to add one ingredient. Some coconut powder, milk powder from Caribbean Dreams, the Caribbean Dreams brand. So I'm going to add a little bit of that in here to give it a kick. To give it that kick. And now, let me turn on my fire because you don't want to burn this and you don't want it to dry out. I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese. Because it was in the back of the fridge, guys, it came together. So I kind of have to break it up a little. Alrighty. So I'm going to stir this in until it's melted. And of course, I'm going to add some plant-based butter. I didn't take out the butter earlier because the kitchen is hot. And of course, you don't want anything melting. So I'm going to add some garlic butter. And I'm also going to add some country crock. So I'm adding 2 types of butter. I could always use this, it's fine. I'm scraping out the last of it anyway. So this is the Land O'Lakes garlic butter, guys. This is the Land O'Lakes garlic butter. And I'm also going to use some country crock plant-based. All right. stick this back in the jerk seasoning. Okay, guys, so as you could see, my sauce is nice and creamy. Look at it. Nice, creamy, stretchy, delicious. And then the second to last thing that I'm going to be adding is the jerk seasoning. So I'm using 2 tablespoons of jerk seasoning based on the amount that's in the pot, because you don't want your pasta to be too hot. You just want it to taste. So you don't want to put too much. You don't want to put too much jerk seasoning. So now I'm going to be adding my pasta, and I don't think I'm going to use all because this is a lot. I might just use a half of this based on the amount of sauce that I have in the pot. So I'm just going to mix. I'm going to mix in gently. I'm going to mix in gently while it's on low flame. See? I got my pasta right here. And then I'm going to add my peppers last. I'm going to add my peppers. So I'm just going to mix my peppers in. So this is how you get your nice Rasta pasta. So I'm mixing and mixing and mixing, and you see you have a nice gooey consistency. Nice gooey consistency. And it smells great, guys. It smells great. So when I serve it on the platter, then I will garnish it with some parsley, you know, because your presentation have to look good. Anyway, sit on right over this pasta. Let me make some sauce now for the vegan meatballs. Let me turn up my fire. So I'm using Paul's frying pan. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning. It's not Stephen, it's Stephanie. Stephanie. Oh, Stephanie. I haven't seen you in so long, Stephanie. Where were you? All right, guys. So the Rasta pasta is ready to go. Can't wait to taste it. Can't wait to taste this. So I'm mixing my peppers. So by the time you're ready to eat it, guys, the peppers is sitting in the heat of everything there. So it will have a nice crunch. It will have a nice crunch. You don't want to cook it out in the sauce. You want it to be crunchy when you're biting in the pasta. Yes, it adds a certain flavor. All right, so I'm adding, never take out the sweet and sour sauce. All right. So I'm adding some avocado oil to my frying pan, just a little to smear the pot. And then, guess what I forget for putting on the Rasta pasta, guys? Not the garlic. So you know me, I forgot to put heat on it now. I forget about the garlic. Guys, you know I keep it real in Silly's Kitchen. I forgot to add the garlic. Oh my God. But it's not too late because I did add roasted powdered garlic to it. So it's okay. I'll just add some in. It's fine. I put heat on it, so I'm just going to mix it in so it cooks out in it. Because you don't want to taste it with the raw garlic. You want it a little bit cooked. So I added a little flame to it so it can just simmer down in the I forgot to add the garlic. Oh my God. So guys, please add raw garlic to this. Don't follow me. Stephanie's been busy. Oh, alrighty. Yes, guys. So I added the garlic and I'm going to leave it there on low flame to simmer. Let me not leave this in there. Let me rest it right here. All right. So, guys, I've added my oil to the pot. I'm going to add the rest of garlic to the pot. I'm not adding any seasoning to make my sauce. I'm just adding the sweet and sour mixture here. And of course, the bottle almost finished. The bottle is almost finished. So I've added some water to wash it out. Ooh, splash up on my stove. Splashed on my stove. You know, I like to clean as I go. Alrighty. So I just added some garlic to the sauce. And then I'm going to add a little bit more paprika. And then, of course, I'm adding Berman's teriyaki stir-fry sauce. So I'm adding a little teriyaki sauce to this. So it gives it color and, of course, flavor. So I'm just going to stir this. So I'm going to add a little, oh, I'm looking for that seasoning. I need a little heat in it. I'm going to add a little Maggi all-purpose. Wait, this buckle won't come embarrass me from live. So I'm adding a little Maggi all-purpose, red pepper flakes, and let us put some heat on it. All right, let's taste this sauce now. Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, Miss Joyce is telling everybody Happy Mother's Day. Hi, good morning, Janet. How are you? Good morning, Leo. So guys, my sauce is ready, and now I'm gonna be adding the vegan meatballs. Gonna be adding my vegan meatballs to this sauce. The sauce tastes good, man, I lie. Why when me whip up sauce, why it always tastes good? I don't know. All right, so you want to make sure the meatballs are covered in the sauce. So if you want to know where to buy these sauces, guys, this is the Berman's teriyaki stir fry. You could get this in Aldi's. And this is the Berman's sweet and sour stir fry. You could get both in Aldi's supermarket. Just to let you know. And the rest of stuff, you can get them in any regular supermarket. Or if you have them in your house already in other brands, you could use that as well. That's fine. All right, so let me turn on the fire on my meatballs. They're bubbling. And I turn up the fire, a little heat on the pasta. It's bubbling. All right. So my meatballs are ready. Everything ready like Freddy. Just gonna push back to make some space on the counter. Alrighty. So my sauce is bubbling back here because I added the garlic late. So I have to make sure the garlic is not raw. Because you don't want to eat raw garlic in your Rasta pasta. Not going to taste good. Alright, so my Rasta pasta is indeed ready. Let me turn off the fire. Let me turn off the fire under the meatballs. And let's serve this up with some pineapple tingy from the top. Alright guys, so I don't know if you have ever tasted this coconut water from Aldi's. This coconut water from Aldi's supermarket is amazing. It tastes just like your chopper jelly. It tastes just like your chopper jelly coconut. I don't know. And it says just coconut, no sugar, no additives, no preservatives. It says it contains tree nuts, meaning it's the coconut. So I've been buying this for a while. You know, it's really good. It's very high in potassium, as you know, because, you know, coconut water is very high in potassium. So I'm using this morning. Let me wash my hands again. I like to wash my hands. Wash this fork too while I'm at it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to infuse my coconut water with some pineapple pieces. So I'm just going to pour the coconut water on it and let it soak. So that will be my beverage. So I'm flavoring my coconut water. Sorry, something on my cough. I maybe I had a jerk seasoning. All right, so I'm going to put a nice little piece of pineapple. Wait, I want to sit up on the side of the glass. On the side of the glass. So let's serve up our pasta and our meatballs. All righty? Let me move you out of the way. Put you right as up. So let's scoop some Rasta pasta. So we want to get the 3 color peppers on the plate. We want to get all 3 colors. We want to get all 3 colors. Don't want to put too much. All right, this is good enough. All right, so now we're going to add our meatballs. And then I'm going to garnish the top with some pineapple. So I'm going to add some pineapple pieces to the top. And this is optional, guys. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's just crazy me because I love pineapple. So this is optional. So we should have called this pineapple Rasta pasta. I didn't want to mix the pineapple in the pasta because I didn't want it to change the flavor. But I just wanted this as a garnish at the top. Alrighty. So let's add our meatballs. Let's do 6. And of course, let me get a spoon from the Of course, we need a little gravy. We need a little sauce over it. There we go. And we're going to garnish with some parsley. So you're going to garnish the top of your Rasta pasta. And of course, if you're making a presentation, you make sure the edges of your platter or your plate is clean, so your presentation looks clean. Yes. So here we go, guys. Pineapple Rasta pasta with vegetable meatballs or vegan meatballs. So let's taste it. Let's taste it. I need another fork. Let me get a big fork. I love my big forks, guys. I eat with it sometimes. Dwayne always said, why you have to eat with that big fork? You look greedy. OMG. The jerk seasoning turn up in it and it tastes good. Let's taste some with a piece of pineapple. Delicious. No, sir. I should have mixed up the pineapple in this. Guys, this tastes so good with the pineapple. No lie. No lie, this is so delicious with the pineapple. You all should try it. Facebook is not behaving, I know. Facebook been giving problems since last week and the week before. I don't know why. Guys, this is so delicious. I can't stop eating it. I cannot. That choked me. I can't stop eating it. And the pineapple infused coconut water is so delicious. It balances out the peppery taste in the pasta, and it just tastes so good. Alrighty, guys. So, back to what we were talking about earlier. So, for those of you who are just joining, a couple, maybe months ago, I spoke about my alopecia. And I even showed you a part of the bald spot in my head. This thing has gotten progressively worse. When I say worse, it get bad. So bad that I had to make a decision. It's not a decision that I really want to make, because of those of you who know me, love hairstyle and know me love the look good thing. But in my organization, they don't believe that a woman should cut their hair because it's biblical. But I believe God called fools, but him not keep them. Because we, as Christians, we have to use something called wisdom. So if you have a problem, and what they don't realize, guys, is that we women, when you get to a certain age, your hair starts thinning, your hair starts breaking out. And for those of you who come from the Caribbean, like Jamaica, and when you come here, the texture of your hair is not the same because of the change of the climate. In Jamaica, we sweat like a pig. We sweat, our hair grow. We use our natural protein in our hair. Some people blend up raw egg and mayonnaise and whatever and make their own little treatment if they can't afford to buy treatments. Some people use the tuna from the side of the yard to treat their hair. Some people use aloe vera. People use different things to grow their hair in the Caribbean. But here you have a lot of hair products, but you also have a weather, different climates that you have to deal with, which affects the hair. And not only that, as we age, our hair change, our bodies change. And for me, when I came here, if you all know me back home, I had long, natural, nice, thick hair. But when I came here, it starts thinning, it starts falling off because of the change of the weather. Anyway, I've tried a million hair products. If you go in my bathroom and you go in the cupboards, you would see hair products like crazy. And I try to buy the natural ones. I've used keratin, I've used this, I've used that. I've seen ads on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I tried them based on people's testimony. It didn't help. Because if your hair follicles are damaged, you have to, if you try to fix it and it can't fix, you have to just leave it. Because some of us, and then what I learned this week is that in my family, everybody is losing their hair, including my mom. My mom have braids, but in the middle, if you move it, it's like my hand middle. And them say once a man, twice a child. When if you are on this live and you know me before when I was born, I was a bald-headed baby. Even when I was a year old, I still didn't have hair on my head. So I guess I'm losing my hair. I'm getting back to the baby stage. I don't know. But based on what I was told, is that it's a family thing, and it looks like alopecia because it's patches. So this week I had to make a decision because I was combing my hair and my hair was just rotten. It was just tearing out in clumps, in clumps, in clumps, so bad that I started to cry. I'm like, what is this? So I have a cousin who is a hairdresser. I called her up. I went there. She said she's afraid to do it. So there's a barber that works in the same facility that she called in a private room because I don't like to expose my business like that. And guess what he did? He did the big chop. So I'm introducing to you guys today the new me, the big chop. So I did the big chop. I'll turn around so you could see how bad it was. So I had to do what I had to do. See? I was losing my hair in these areas. I was losing my hair in these areas. So I had to do the big chop. So Celie has done the big chop. All my hair is gone. I'm growing it fresh. Last night, I was, what am I doing with something? Oh, the right. So last night, I was introduced to this mixture, which I'll be using twice a day. I used it last night before I came home. I washed my hair before I went to bed. I took a shower. I used it. I've seen some results so far. I can feel it. So it is working. It is working. She has testimonials from people who has used it, and it's all natural oils and herbs, which were boiled and they were blended together, and she made this concoction. She gave me her spray bottle with her portion, and she told me to use it. I didn't use it, and I choose to do this towards the end of the show because I'm dealing with food, and I didn't want to deal with the hair and go back and cook. So that's the reason why I cooked. I tasted the food and decided to do this at the end of my live. So guys, I'm using it on live for you all. So this is what the big chop looks like. So you saw me advertise this morning, the big chop. This is the big chop. Of course, I won't be going to church like this. I'll be wearing different wigs because we have to look nice, and I would never go out like this. People telling me, a few people who saw me tell me, oh, it fit your face, it look good, blah 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 blah. Two of my family member, them want hold me down, but them want come pierce my ears and put in hoop earring. I said the devil is a liar. Anyway guys, so this is the big chop, introducing to you the new me. Sometimes I will come on my live without the wig because I need my scalp to breathe. I need my scalp to breathe. I could feel the thing tingling in my scalp right now, which I just sprayed. So sometimes I will come to you on live just like this. So I'm letting you know beforehand. Don't be alarmed. This is the new me. Okay? So, guys, this is going to be a journey. And if this concoction works for me and it grows back my hair, I'm going to be in business marketing this. It smells great. It feels great. It feels like I just took a shower in my head. Feels like I took a shower in my head. So, for those of you from my church who's watching and will be very critical of me, let me say something right now. I don't care. I have to take care of me. God called fools, but he don't keep them. So I'm not a fool. So I have to take care of me. Self-care. I spoke about self-care a few weeks ago. This is a part of my self-care. My husband accepts me with it. Matter of fact, him playing on my head every night. Him start calling me Kojak. As him call me, him say, good night, Kojak. I'm like, stop it. But guys, it is what it is. And I want you all to journey with me with my hair growth. I'm growing back my hair. I had to ball it off so I can, treat my hair follicles so I could get back hair in this area and this area, hopefully. Alrighty? So, my meal is very delicious. I have to run away and leave you. It's now 11:20. And as Jamaicans would say, walk good. So I want all of you on this live today to take care of yourselves, take care of your hair, your face, your nails, your body, and walk good. All right? God bless. Big up on yourself.